Hi everyone, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing alright. Hi Comanche. And hi Vector. Yeah, so we'll just get into the game and then I'll go through the rules of this stream that is going to be an absolute shit show. So I don't know why I'm actually logging on a character because I might have to switch that in a minute depending on what we roll. So basically what's going to happen with this stream is before every run that we do, we're going to spin a wheel that has various different challenges on it. Now, all the challenges basically suck. I think there's one safe space on the wheel, but if I spin that on the first spin, I won't do it. I'll spin again. All the challenges absolutely suck. They're all awful. And basically what we're going to do is, during the stream, any sort of donations or anything like that, they'll all go to cancer research. So feel free, if you want to put any donations in, every donation, super chat or membership will all go to Cancer Research UK for this stream. Reason for that is because it's a cause that's quite close to my heart. So I think I've mentioned this a little bit before, but basically my younger brother actually passed away from cancer a few years ago, and Cancer Research were fantastic in sort of getting information and just being a general help at the time. So I just want to try and forward a bit of goodwill onto them, really. Even if there is no donations, I'll still be making a donation myself at the end of the stream. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. Now, the reason we're doing this now is because this is meant to be technically 1,000 sub stream. Because it got delayed a bit though, we're actually over 1,100 now. So it's 1,000 subs, but we're way past that. So basically what we'll do is we'll get started and we'll do the first roll, and then we'll go from there. Another thing is that any memberships, donations or super chats will also get an extra spin on the wheel. The way that I'm going to do that is when you spin the wheel, if the wheel spin is something I can do in that run, I'll add it onto the run I'm doing. If I can't do it, then what I'll do is I will add it onto the next run instead. So for example, if we get, say, melee full new whirl, and then I also roll tech only Hue new whirl, I can't do both in the same run, so I would do the next run as a Hue new whirl. Younger brother, as far as I know, about the same age as me, so that's young. Yeah, he was 24 when he passed away. So he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Where do you join? So underneath the stream, I think if you're on desktop, there should be a button that says join. I can't remember where it is on mobile, but there should be a button that says join. And that's basically how you join the memberships, and that's how you get those section ID badges as well. Yeah, I can't remember where it is on mobile. I know someone's asked that before, and I can't honestly remember where it is. Hi, Zil. So, we'll get in the lobby, and then we'll get the first spin going and see how awful this is going to be. And we'll just reload because, again, the music skipped. Yeah, that's another good point, Kilniath. So another way you can do it is to go to my actual channel page on YouTube, and I think there is a button on there you can join from as well. So, without further ado, let's get the first spin going, I guess. Yeah, time for wheel torture, exactly. So hopefully... So this is the wheel. So I'll go through a few of the options with you first. So we have no weapons. So I just have to unarmed combat everything. Melee for new whirl. Only use joke weapons. Scavenger, which is basically I start with nothing and have to only use gear I find in the quest. Shop gear only. No techniques or traps. And we've already got a donation, so that's going to be 2 spins. Thanks very much for that, Kilniath. So, tech only Hue new whirl. Special attacks only. There's one which is very scary, which is whatever the next rare weapon is that drops, I have to down tech at 10%, regardless of what it is. We've got one which is complete the next quest with PvP mode on. So there is a PvP mode in Ephinea that you can turn on where all your attacks can hit other people as well. So for that one, we have to turn it on. We've got Berserk, which is I have to Berserk everything. Bad spending habit is use charge on everything. No camera adjustment is what it sounds like, which is I just can't move the camera for the whole quest. And there's one safe spot. There's one which is chat's choice, which is just you can pick something from the wheel, which terrifies me. And this is hell, which is I have to use hell on everything. So let's get going. Let's see what we roll. I'm absolutely dreading this. And straight in, melee phone you well. So that's going to be fun. So now, because Kilniath did a donation as well, I'll do a second spin and see if it mixes with this. This could be awful, actually. What I might do is as we go, I might remove them from the wheel just so we don't roll the same ones. Oh god, this is going to be terrible. So, melee phone you well, only using items from the shop. So that red saber that Vector lent me, I can't use it. So this is going to be fun. So we'll go and get the phone you well. Now, the good thing is I do have a power mag I can give her. So that will help her to an extent. But she'll still have no attack power, and I can't use text, which means I can't use shift and D-band either. So thanks for that, Kilniath. Oh, the donation from base player as well. What I'll do, base players, I'll add yours onto the next run, just so there's not like 3 on the same run. I think I've just loaded my Hunuel again, actually. This is me just clearly not wanting to do it. Is a Power Mag shop gear? That's an interesting one, that. The question is, will I be able to use anything from the shop if I don't use a mag? It's a good point. The question about it is, if I can't use anything because my attack power is so low, or if I can't hurt anything, then everybody's going to have to literally do the quest for me. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, anyone that joins the run, it's up to them what they do. If they want to follow the same rules, I'm not going to stop them. If they want to play normally, that's fine as well. So yeah, this is going to be terrible. So what are people wanting to run? With my melee Phonuel. Have the rangers go melee only and the hunters go ranged only? 4 Phonuel slapping down Dark Faults without magic sounds both hilarious and utterly terrifying. I mean, it's angry and help me. Point of disaster, please. Yeah, sure. I mean, why not? If anyone wants to make a game, because I know Redry is not very good for point of disaster. So I'm going to have to melee on the episode 4 boss. I'm sure this is going to go well. No worries, Vector. Yeah, if anyone wants to make the game, I'll join it. You might not want me to join, though. Yeah, I'm cool with any of those IDs, honestly. Just, I know that Redry is not very good for the Ep4 boss, that's all, so... Yeah, thanks for the donation so far, guys. Yeah, no worries, Dale, if you want to make, that's fine. You're essentially going to be doing it 3-player because I'm going to be absolutely useless. Yeah, I think we've got a couple of options. So yeah, with purple, I think we've got Heaven Striker, and there's other things like Limiter and things like that as well. I've done POD once today, but no Condrio. I apologize in advance to everyone in this team. So I'm just going to go and, I say get geared up, but I have to use shop gear. So long, actual useful gear. There is quite a lot of people on at the minute, yeah. So long, actual good stuff. Right, so I have I think, yeah, 465 attack power without a mag, which is actually more than I thought it'd be. So what am I using? So great news is he has one armor I can use that has no slots. So I guess we're buying that. We'll use, I guess, a divinity barrier. Nope, can't even use these because there's no slots in my armor. What have we got for weapons? What's the options? So I could go with a shadow ray gun. There's a 50 hit shadow ray gun in. I'll try and instant kill stuff. That might be... Never. Oh, that would be so good if it was charge Vulcans of 50 hit. We do have charge Vulcans in the shop. That is quite lucky. I might actually go with that. Although actually, it said melee Fornuel, not ranged Fornuel. So we can't do that. So actually, only options I've got is because none of the melee weapons are ones I can actually use. Annoyingly, I'm literally like 11 attack power off. Yeah, it does look like I'm going with the 6. So what's got the most attack power? The Striker, but the animation's awful. Oh, thanks for the membership, Comanche. So the next run's going to have 2 spins as well. Basically, are you alright just to keep track on how many spins has been? So it'll be, I think it's 2 so far for the next quest. The club is kind of melee. We can go with that. With 5 native and 5 air beast. Sure. This is going to be miserable. So, and no mag. I think it was 3 spins. No, it was definitely 2. Fornuel returning to the barbaric ways of the human ancestors. She's trying to be a Hunuel, but she's going to fail miserably. I'm not looking forward to this. On the first quest as well. My pleasure, brother. Love PSO, but I brought banned adapter and started playing a private server again after watching your content. Renewed love for playing it. Thank you. Oh, thanks for that. That's really nice. We've got some filthy techs on our palette here. Let's get rid of them. Right. Melee for you. How much attack do I have? 800 with the weapon. Oh, the animation's so bad as well. Literally just can't hit anything. Oh, I've got another donation as well. Hopefully PvP. Thanks for that, Vector. So that is now 3. Can I actually hurt anything? Like, at all? I haven't actually hit anything yet. Oh, there we go. 11 damage. 15 with a heavy. Oh, this is so bad. It's one of these things where I have to do it with other people. Because the stream would just never end. if I was trying to do this solo, but I'd run out of time anyway. Probably ambitious to go for the Astark, but I just can't hit anything. I do need a sting tip, but the problem is bargains. So we've got well, one spin normally, and then we also got a donation as well. So there's two things applied to this quest. Now the first one was melee well. The second one was only use shop gear. So even if I had a sting tip, I couldn't use it. The Farm channel, so it should be on the Discord. If it was a tier 2 or tier 3 that you're membered with, then you should get access to it on the Discord. You'll have to link your Discord though, I think, to it I think you have to link your YouTube to Discord. It's a bit weird the way it works. Why am I even trying to attack the Astarks? Like, I can't even hit the lizards. Yeah, it depends on the membership level. So I think sort of tier 2, tier 3 memberships get access to the channel. To be fair, it is quite quiet, the Farm channel. It's posts a little bit in now and again. It's just like an extra little perk, really. Tiers are also appropriate for the stream, yeah. So the other thing as well is that because we're playing melee well, I can't use text. That also means I can't use Resta. If like I can keep track of the donations to get a running approx total. If you want to, yeah, that's fine. I am just going to do zeros on the boss, I think. There's no hope of me being able to hurt the boss. No worries, Comanche. Yeah, and basically I needed sort of incentives for different tiers, so it is a POD run, yeah. Because people wanting to do POD. So I'm suffering through POD with a melee well that can only use a club from the shop. The shop gear only applied to the start of the quest, if so you might find some good weapons. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. If you want me to just use shop gear for the whole quest, I will. If you think it's okay for me to pick up things I find, there is another option on the wheel for finding stuff in the quest, so it might overlap a bit with that. I think I've hit things about 3 times this entire run so far. It says a lot that when I've got level 30 Shifter and level 30 Zalur, I'm doing 70 damage. If there's a wheel option for that, it's a no. Fair. Harsh, but fair. I mean, the zoos I can't even do anything to. I literally can't hit them until they come down. Yeah, there's an option for Scavenger, which is the one where I start with nothing and pick up things as I go through the run. Obviously, we might not see all the options in the stream. I think what I might do, though, is... depend on how the donations and stuff go, what I might do is remove some options from the stream as we go. Like, so ones we've already done. Just so it varies things up a bit. I mean, I suppose Scavenger is kind of similar to Challenge Mode. Oh, thanks for upgrading the membership. just getting absolutely battered by everything. Surely that's another spin for the upgrade. I'm dying inside already. I have no idea why some of the memberships get announced on the stream and some don't. It just seems to be a weird thing with Stream Elements. That sometimes it decides it's not going to show it. Thankfully, I've got my OBS set up so I can see whenever anyone does a donation. So, again, thanks for all the support so far. You've written it down as 2, so I guess I can override it. So how many are we at for the next run? Because depending on how many there is, we might have to split it out across 2 runs. Because you're going to get to a point where a lot of the options are not going to sort of work with each other. Honestly, not trying to make excuses. I'd like to say that it's me doing the 900 damage, but no. So there's 4 so far. Plus we're going to have the free spins as well. I'll decide what to do about that after we finish this run. I feel like I'm already doing nothing in this run anyway, so I feel like adding another option on for this one won't achieve anything. I can hit a Goron. I don't really do any damage, but I can hit one. Oh, and a donation as well. Thanks very much for that, dude. So that's now 5. Maybe the hostiles don't die from the damage, but from the terror of seeing someone insane enough to play a bonking phony well. That's the only plausible explanation for why things are dying. Well, that and maybe the other 3 people in the quest. Another donation. Oh, thanks for all the support so far. Well, thanks for the support, but also why on this stream? Oh look, someone getting a banner. Someone having fun. Do we have a limit? Otherwise you have to roll 10 to 20 times. There's going to have to be a limit because there is only so many options on the wheel. So we'll see where we are after this quest. I'll decide what to do for the next one. I think 2 to 3 per run is probably the most. It kind of depends on what you roll as well, honestly. Like some of the options are more restrictive than others. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but for example, if I rolled this melee Ephinea whirl and then rolled tech only Ephinea whirl as well, obviously I can't do both in the same run. Oh, this is miserable. I like how I'm just playing it as if I'm playing a Ephinea whirl. It's not working out. Just getting absolutely obliterated. I think that's fair, yeah. So we could try doing 3. And if there's one that doesn't match, then we can always roll it over to the next run. If we're really struggling, I could always do it where I remove the free spin for the next one, and then just do it with the donation spins. So in that case, would you save that pick for the following run? I think if we roll it over, I think what I'll do is the free spin that I would do normally, I'll just treat that as one of them. I think that's the only reasonable way of doing it, really, because otherwise you're just going to run out of options too fast. Well, we've made it to the boss through no contribution of myself. I like how he says you're one of the best teams out there. No, these three guys are the best team out here. God only knows what I'm bringing to the party. I bring moral support, yeah. Bringing nothing else. So in that case, would you save the pick full and run? So a free spin plus 2 donation picks. I think that's probably for the best, yeah. Oh, the worst thing is, well, this guy has the highest stats of all the Ep4 bosses. I'm so dead. Problem is, I played this so much that I just instinctively run towards the boss. I can actually do damage to him. I can actually hit him. I did 100 damage. Hiding in a corner crying is a valid strategy. Would you blame me for this? Yeah, I got a heavy crit and did, I think it was 115 damage. Hand stick, yeah, hand stick, yeah. For anyone who didn't see the PS0 video, I misread the font in PS0 and thought that one stick said hand stick. Now, as much as I would love to, you know, I think you forgive me for that. I normally have Moon Atomizers on 9. And to be fair, the Moon Atomizer hit before my reverse edge anyway. What I'll do is I'll add like £5 onto my donation to cancer research for using that. Still waiting for the petition to change one stick to hand stick. If only. Right, I'm going in. He says he's going in. He then proceeds to miss 5 times in a row. I do appreciate using Golla. No, challenge fail does not mean another roll. No way. Yeah, right, £5 is a blunder. Let it be known that I have not managed to hit this phase of the boss yet. I'm trying. I literally don't think I can do anything to him here because I think he's too far out of range. So the clever thing would just be a hide. But nah, we don't do that here. We go in. And then regret it instantly. Yeah, I can do absolutely nothing to him when he's there. I feel like the reindeer is not great. It's not brilliant. Ow. Just got obliterated. I actually got no experience because of that as well. Or will I? Maybe I will because I revived. I'd escaped all. Not that it matters. I mean, I contributed nothing to that whatsoever. Oh, that was awful. Yeah, thanks guys for absolutely carrying that run. Yeah, twins are definitely one of the most used PBs for sure. And of course, it dropped a monument. And I mean, that's just sort of the theme of this run, really, isn't it? Just utter disappointment. Can I do it? Oops, I dropped a 4-slot frame. Is it time to quit, everybody? It's time to quit this run. Thank you for putting up with that. Yeah, I played Melee Phone well, and all I got was this stupid monomate. Yeah, that was fairly awful. Obviously, it'd be a lot worse solo, because solo you just wouldn't be able to do it because I'd just run out of time. I just wouldn't be able to hit things. But you realise how good you've got it as a hunter when you try playing in Melee Phone well. You got a mag with no photon blast. There is some mags you can get with no photon blast. So the console mags, they have no photon blasts. If it's not a console mag though, then it's probably a hack mag. Right, so that is run 1 down. God only knows what the next one's going to be. So that is challenge 1 down. So what we'll do now is we'll go on to the second one. So how many spins are we at the moment? Let the wheel of torture spin. So I'll switch over to the wheel. So it's 6 spins. So what we'll do is we'll do 3 spins and we'll see if they're all compatible. If they are, great. If they're not, then we'll carry one over. So over to the wheel of torture. So what I'll do is I think for now I'll leave the options on for now. And we'll see if it's repeat, if it's exactly the same, I might roll it over to a future run or something. So if we roll Melee Phone UL again, then I'll probably skip it and re-roll. But if you find his memory card and there's a Grandson Mega Photon Blast on them, I feel like that would be a problem. Possibly, yeah. So spin number 1. Okay. So only use a joke weapon. Fine. And number 2. I mean, I feel like using a Melee Phone UL is a joke weapon in itself. This, it might not work because I think the only joke weapon I've got is I've got a racket. I don't think that has a special. So for this, basically, what this one is, it's where I have to use charge on everything. I don't think I have a charge weapon that is also a joke weapon. So what I'll do is I'll respin that one. 0 hit VIA. I kind of feel like that wouldn't really be a challenge, though. I think it'd still be fine. It'd just be having the money to do it. Okay, now we're talking. So a joke weapon, and I can't adjust my camera. And then we'll do the 3rd spin and see if it works. Oh, God. Okay, so joke weapon, I can't adjust the camera and I can't use any techniques. Right, I'm bringing the Hunuel. I'm sorry. If you want GameCube, I could send you my -5 hit VIA. Need a Crazy Tune. I think Crazy Tune though, I think that has a Confuse special. And one of the rules was charge, but we're ignoring that when we re-rolled it, so I can't adjust the camera. I have to use a joke weapon. And I can't use any techniques. Okay. It should have been funny well with Striker show normal attack only. What would be a joke weapon besides -hit though? There are some weapons in the game that literally have like one attack. So is there any quest that anyone wants to do for the next one? I know the RBR is a bit terrible this week, so... I actually don't have the frying pan yet. I forgot how much work it is to get that. I mean, I don't mind doing one more POD run, and then we can switch it over to something else after that if you want. I might have the tree clippers. I'm sure I got them at some point. I'll have to check and see what I've actually got. The no camera adjustment, by the way, that will start when the actual quest starts. So once we actually go down to Ragol. Let's go and see what I've got. Limiter or Heart of Sandbomb Rockets, let's go. So what do I actually have that could be treated as a joke weapon? I've got the Panther's Claw. That's one option. I have Akiko's Cleaver. And what's in my share bank? Oh, I've got the racket, which I believe is like a badminton or tennis racket. So yeah, I think the tree clippers must be on another character. So I'll leave it up to chat and the people in game. Would you rather me use the racket, the Panther's Claw, or the Akiko's Cleaver? I can't actually use Decalogue, unfortunately. As much as I would love to, I can't use it on Uniwell. I know. Racket, okay. Does it actually have a requirement to use this? No. Simply a must for those high-class outings. Yeah, exactly. And let it not be said that I don't commit to the bit. Racket only. So yes, I have to use this racket. I can't use techniques. And once the quest starts, I can't adjust the camera. What I mean by that, I know that Ephinea does have like a actual analog camera you can use, but I don't use it. By the camera adjustment, I mean not being able to do this. So next run is the free spin plus both of Comanche's picks. That's fine. It's not fine, it's awful, but right, so once we get down to Ragdoll, our L1 button becomes banned. Which is going to be really hard to actually get used to. So yeah, it is just a tennis racket. This is going to really suck. Yeah, can't hit. It's not so bad as long as the enemies stay in front of me. Oh, my accuracy with this is so bad. Breaking news, gearless Huni while causing a racket. I think the lizards must have quite high evade, because they're really struggling to hit these. Bear in mind, I'm level 181. You should at least have your mag on. I mean, I'll leave that up to people. I mean, I am committing. If people want me to put the mag on, I will, but I'll leave it up to people. I mean, how concerned would you be if you were going to literally destroy one of the most dangerous monsters in the game and someone just rocked up with a tennis racket? Use the mag joke weapon is enough, I think. I mean, I don't think I've managed to hit anything yet. So that's 2 votes for letting me use the mag. You think a tennis racket like that would at least be a slicer with a tennis ball projectile? Maybe I should hit that. Also remember, I can't use text. I should just stop trying to attack the lizards because I just can't hit them. Can I hit you? No. Oh, we hit once. I cannot stress how this is worse than the 4 New World Run, honestly. Yeah, I don't get how that works. Like, how can this be worse than my 4 New World? Can I hit you? No. I'm even going behind the enemies, and even then I'm missing with like 90% of my attacks. Just one hit, it's all I'm asking for. Oh, 2 in a row. I never hitting them, even when I do hit, I do like 120 damage. It's so slow, yeah, because I've put all my, well, I put my V101 back in the bank. Again, I feel that the rest of the team is just hard carrying here. So what, I'll be so glad to go back to actual normal PSO in future streams. Because this is misery. Now imagine a whole team of racket-wielding Hunuals. Yeah, you know when I said in the Hunual guide how Hunual has a bit of an accuracy problem? Honestly, it's just hard kind of getting the enemies in the right range because I can't adjust the camera. I just think that's the worst part of the run. The joke weapon is pretty awful, admittedly, but not being able to adjust the camera and line my shots up is actually awful. I mean, when you get a zoo spawn, it's like, yeah, everyone else has to take care of it. Again, if it was a slicer, at least I could, you know, throw a tennis ball at it. I always explain to others that all Newmans are extremely nearsighted. That's why there's no Newman ranger and their accuracy sucks. Could be. I'm pretty sure it's I think Fornewell accuracy isn't bad for a force. But yeah, I mean Hunewell's accuracy is just awful. Yeah, that's evident by the fact that if you look at the min-max mag build for a Hunewell, it's like 100 dex. Yeah, to kind of adjust the camera, I kind of just like run around in a circle like that to try and get the camera to move with my character. That's the only way I can adjust it at all. I kind of feel sorry for anyone who is maybe coming in for their first stream, because they're probably looking at this and thinking, why the hell are you using a racket? So for anyone that is just joining in, this is all like 1,000 sub celebration stream, and we're basically doing a wheel of like painful challenges. The thing is, if she was called Taken Murray, she might actually hit something. You have no idea how much concentration I'm having to do here to not hit the bumper to adjust the camera. Celebration by pain and suffering online. Yeah, pretty much. I have no idea what's going on with this guy. He's acting like a whack-a-mole or something. I actually got a kill. It actually killed something with the racket. I'm actually starting to hit things. What is this? Yeah, whack-a-booter. I love Gifoy in original PSO, such a cool spell, totally trashes stuff. It is probably one of the most overpowered spells in the game, yeah. I've just realised actually that Drax using Decalogue. Thank you for also committing to the bit. Yeah, I just thought when I was setting this up, you know, I don't think I've ever really done anything for charity on here before, so just a nice little change. And only there is a thing on YouTube where you can apparently do like charity fundraisers, but for some reason they've set it so I think you have to have like 10,000 subs or more to be able to do it, which just seems mad. Like, surely if someone wants to do a fundraiser, just let them. So what I will do is, after this stream, once I've worked out sort of how much there is donated, I'll add an amount to it as well. And then I'll post a screenshot in the Discord and probably on Twitter as well, just to sort of prove I have actually donated. find yourself using Sea Sorcerer's Kin more than Psycho Wand, just because it boosts the Gi spells. Does Psycho boost Ra spells? Yeah, so Psycho Wand is, I believe it's a 30% boost to Rafoy, Razonde, and Rabata. We've got all donations written down along with the rough currency conversion. Oh, thanks for that, dude. Yeah, it's a huge boost from Psycho 1. I think it's a 30% boost. And obviously you get the TP reduction as well. Yeah, Sorcerer's Kin is a smaller boost. Sorcerer's Kin also does give you a TP reduction though, so it is still a really good weapon. Honestly, the way to kind of look at Sorcerer's Kin is like a budget Psycho 1 essentially. Obviously, the downside with Psycho Wand is that, yes, it gives you a big TP reduction, but the cost comes off your HP. Yeah, I guess it's basically like a budget magical piece with a budget version of the Psycho Wand's TP conservation. Just going absolutely ham with this tennis racket now. For the 2 picks, 2 membership enrollments, do you want me to just mark the file fan price only or both? How does it actually work? So is it, because you're upgrading, I'm guessing it just charges you the difference between the 2 membership tiers. I'm assuming it doesn't double charge you. So yeah, I probably just mark it as like as the file fan price. Full punishment. It is the difference. Okay. Yeah, I asked because I don't think anyone's ever like become a member and then upgraded to a membership tier. So, I mean, it makes sense, I suppose, because you are paying for both of them in the same month, so... Yeah, the HP thing with Psycho Wand is a bit annoying, but the good thing is that you can use Rest to Fine. So, it basically heals you, I guess, technically at the same time it hurts you, so you just heal. I'll just watch that Photon Blast go by because I'm not using the mag, so I can't benefit. Just enjoy the light show, yeah, exactly. Is that the first Layla sighting? Possibly. We might have used it once before, maybe. So I'm guessing that means there's no Conjurer then. So at some point I maxed out my mind materials on my force, so I totally top up my TP and my stats even my lesser ones. I feel like that was a mistake. I just want to, it's on record, I absolutely despise this phase of this boss. Oh, your first mistake was coming up right next to me. 250 with a heavy. Alright, brother, just finished watching your live video and there's like lives to join in. Thanks for joining, Tom. This is probably one of the worst PSO streams you're ever going to see because we're doing like challenges from a wheel that we're spinning before each run. So for this run, I basically can't use any techniques. I can't adjust the camera and I have to use a joke weapon. So if you're expecting sort of high level PSO gameplay, the other 3 people in the party will give you that, but I certainly won't. Yeah, thanks for watching the lore videos though. They seem to be going down really well, those. Oh, I just walked straight into that one. And of course they crit. Because why not? Any PSO videos are instant watch for you. Again, I just can't do anything here. That challenges the punishment games, violating the rules send you to the Shadow Realm. Darkfault Sports Locker. So this is the difficult bit because I need to sort of rotate the camera around by just turning my character like that. A lot of videos of fire. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, I appreciate the last couple have been a little bit, well, not as good as the others because at the start of episode 2 there isn't really much lore you can cover because you're just in a VR area. I also forgot how long the lab quests are and how long they keep you in temple. This is just miserable. And I can't adjust the camera, so... I have no idea which one he's gone to because I can't turn the camera. Everyone's going this way, so I guess I'll follow them. Finally got the Heavenly Arms, but could do with another Smash 88. Might actually be able to paralyze enemies for the team a bit more reliably. Heavenly Arms is a really solid unit. It'll do you until really, really high level. Honestly, my Huniwell, when she's not using a tennis racket anywhere, she used the Heavenly Arms up until about 2 levels ago. I mean, I don't know what you're expecting of me here. Just hit level 85. Oh, nice one. And there's Fowler. Majestic. Yeah, the range on the beam is ridiculous. It'll hit you like halfway across the map. Genuinely, this run has been worse than the Melee 4 New World run that we did. Help, I've died, everybody. If from the Midlands, I don't recognise the accent. More north than that, so I'm from the northeast. Nobody recognises his accent, even the locals. Yeah, from the northeast of England. Oh, that's another one down. Well done, everyone, again, for just carrying me through the run. Yeah, somehow the Bonk Phonywell was actually better than the Joke Weapon Huniwell. You're from Birmingham, so you're not going to talk about accents. Yeah, thankfully, when you turn your character around, it does kind of rotate around a little bit. Oh, thanks for the donation, Park. £20 donation as well. It's really, really generous to do that. Just a reminder as well that all donations and memberships and everything from this stream will go to Cancer Research UK. The other reason I'm tying the two together as well is because my brother, before he passed away, he was a big PSO player as well. So there is kind of a link for me there between them. I've got a huge range of accents here, so it's all good. Just like a pick on Sky because I live nearby and they all talk weird. Yeah, to be fair, you can't really not hear the accent. Nearly used all of my mates doing that run because I couldn't use techniques. Any charge Vulcans in the shop with it? That would be nice. We've got a 5-hit charge Disca. But no, nothing of any use. What's your opinions on PS0 so far? A little bit mixed. I really like where the start of the story is. It seemed really fun. I like the areas. I like the characters I met so far. Music's fantastic. I think the combat is... It's hard to judge it because I could only use a saber at the start. So because of that... Thanks for the donation again, Kilniath. Because of the fact I could only use a saber at the start, I didn't really like the combat with that weapon, but I understand it does open up quite a bit with other weapons, so the controls were taking a bit of getting used to as well, admittedly. It was a really good game, just held back by the hardware. That's kind of how I feel about it from what I played. Admittedly, I only played about an hour. I will probably do a little bit more PS0 stuff in the future. Yeah, thanks everyone for the donations and everything so far. So we're now back up to 6 again. Or 7 as the case may be. Thanks, Vector. I will say there is a hard cut-off for this stream because I can only stream until like a certain point tonight. So if there is anything left over, they will just be donated. But we will try and get through as many as we can. I think it was the last game that actually felt like PSO. Yeah, I could tell there was a definite sort of inspiration from PSO, and there was definitely similarities. So with that, on to the next spin of the wheel. You almost keep spitting your drink out, you see Vector donating 420, then notice the currency conversion. So we'll do another 3 spins for this next one. So first spin. Oh, thank you. So that gets me out of 1. That is the only safe space on the entire wheel, and it's not rigged. So we get out of 1. It's going to screw me over now, isn't it? So second spin. Oh no. That terrifies me. that absolutely terrifies me. So whatever the next rare weapon is that drops, I have to down tech at 10%. Regardless of what it is. We are not doing an SGS run. So, and the last spin. The funny thing is East Tower is one of the RBR quests this week as well. And we now get to do a tech-only Huniwell. So from not being able to use techs, now she's learned how to use them. Okay, so we're down teching the next rare. And I can only use techs. Nice. Thanks, Wheel. No, it has to be a weapon. So if the next rare is an armor or a photon drop or anything, I'll ignore it. So has to be an actual weapon. This will be really interesting actually because I've never played Tekko on the Uniworld. It's kind of a nice duality of this stream really. So we've had a melee Ephinea and now we're getting the other side of things. She lost the ability to bonk but gained the ability to pause and become the avatar. So since we got down to the next rare, do you want to do an East Tower run? Because East Tower's on RBR at the minute. There is a chance SGS could drop. I know it probably won't, but you watch. After 4 years of not getting it, this will be the one run it drops on. So yeah, what I'll do is, yeah, I'll load a Skylight East Tower run because I'm feeling risky. You'll donate £100 if I get an SGS. And the rest of the stream will just be me crying as I down tech at 10%. So long, Racket, you served as well. So I'll leave this up to you, chat. What do you want me to do for gear for this run? Do you want me to use no gear and just use techs, or do you still want me to use armor and stuff? I'll add another 80 to earlier 20 if an SGS drops. You really want to get the mechs with charge, look awesome, and apparently they go really well. Charge mechs are really, really strong. They're one of the strongest weapons in the game. There was nothing on the wheel restricting that. Use all the gear you want, but attacks with the weapon off the table. Fair enough. You say hopefully it's a Silence Claw, but the problem is we're doing Skylight Tower, and pretty much everything in Skylight Tower is good. All in tech and MST gear. I'll see what I've actually got. I'm not even bringing a weapon because there's just no point. Yeah, I could go with Madame's Umbrella. Yeah, I'll take Madame's Umbrella. Obviously, I just can't attack with it. So what have we got that would help us here? And that just increases our stats anywhere. We've got a Heavenly Mind. I like how someone just dropped a 5 level 1 disc just to rub it in. You should do a 100k as a gamble. The umbrella to protect yourself from the shitstorm that happens when you get an SGS and down tech it. At least I've got an excuse now and said it's for charity. But yeah, I am praying that an SGS doesn't drop. For the one time in my life in Tower, I do not want an SGS to drop. So do I have anything else I can put with this? Not particularly. Yes, like nothing else that really goes with this, so just need my mag and then that'll be everything. Yeah, I like how people keep dropping like basic gear at my feet. Yeah, these are all power marks pretty much. So we've got nothing for the full slot, but it's fine. SGS drop. Sorry guys, I'm having connection problems. Stream offline. Check the store. I mean, I can check and see if they've got any units that would help me. I don't think they will. Maybe if they've got like a priest mind or something. Magician TP will give us 10 more TP. I mean, at this point, we need all the help we can get. Just make sure I'm stocked up. Sorry, I can't save you. Right, this is gonna be fun. Do the God Technique type units take you over the class limit? So you are limited to maximum of level 30 for techs, obviously, but you can't go over your class limit. So if you, for example, if you're playing a Humor, you can't go over 15. Alright, here goes East Tower. You watch it, the game actually just crashed. The game is like, no, don't do this. I cannot make that up. No, PSO, we are doing this, PSO. You literally could not make that up. Even the game is fighting against it and just saying like, you really want to reconsider your choices here. You hit this out yet? Tower is awful. The East Tower is not too bad. It's one of the easier tower quests, definitely. How funny would it be if PSO wouldn't let me back on? It was going to drop then too. Not in this run. You say tower is awful. Yeah, but to be fair, the quest that we did was Lost Charge Vulcan, which is awful. Right, let's try it again. You wish Ep 2 had better, nicer to fight enemies because visually it's the nicest looking episode. Yeah, that's basically how everyone feels about Ep 2. It looks amazing, it looks really, really nice, but it's horrible. Right, we go again. You gonna let me this time? Please don't drop. I will point out that the down tech, the next rare, only applies to this quest, so if nothing drops, nothing happens. I'm not carrying over to future quests. Okay, so we tech only, so I will just sort on palette so I don't accidentally use anything. So let's go with Rabata there and Rafoi there. The music is great. The enemies, these guys aren't too bad. It's when you get to the big guys in tower. Tower is just awful. I'm also basically going to be relying on a lot of fluid drops here because I don't have the TP to sustain this. Essentially what I'm going to do for this is probably just spam Rabata for the most part to try and freeze things. Because at least then I'm being useful. Don't remember this mission, to be fair. Yeah, it was a online only mission, this. I don't really like that I've used like 70% of my TP already. Now imagine tech only Honeywell with PvP on. It could happen. We do have a PvP mode on the wheel. Sinnoh's stuck in this episode before we even start talking about the big flower scorpion things. Yeah, that'll be Mirror Corals, yeah. They're awful. Man, I know I've always said that Honeywell is kind of like a frontline support. I didn't really think of it in this way, though. You haven't downloaded Team Memory Card and you PSO 1 and 2 Plus for Q. I think I downloaded them as well because I think there's one of the private servers where you can actually download them as well. So I love Sentinel Control as an area, and I love how the control tower looks, but it's just full of some of the most annoying enemies in the game. One of the last good things you got off Shaq. Yeah, I think that might be where I got them as well. Probably one of the only good things I got from there. To be fair, the GameCube side of things, I didn't ban that server too bad. It was just Blue Burst where they massively dropped the ball. Alright, into tower. Yeah, I think it did just kind of fall into obscurity. I think, honestly, like Tom was saying, I think I never personally had a problem with the server until the data deletion happened. I think when that happened, I think a lot of people just lost good faith in the server. So what GameCube server is the best to play on? That I actually don't know. I know that obviously Ragdoll.org has a GameCube server. I don't know what the other options are, to be honest, for GameCube at the minute. Now, the reason I'm checking the boxes is because there's a chance we could get a box rare. So the only sort of saving grace I've got with this down tech thing is that I know that this quest doesn't have that many enemies in it. So theoretically there is less chance of getting a rare drop. So we might get out of that forfeit. But we'll see. Shaq is still the best for GameCube. Okay. Right. Don't do it. Do not drop it. Thank you. Yeah, playing the lottery on every box in the hope of saving the potential SJS. Is that a parasol or an umbrella? This is a Madame's umbrella. The parasol is much rarer. It would be nice if it would drop some dire fluids or something. That would be really nice. Umbrella for a true lady of war. She's had a pretty rough stream, to be fair. You know, first of all, she was forced to use a tennis racket, and now she's been told that she can't actually hit anything. Right, do not do it. Just do not. Thank you. Minsk has the what's called the Principal's Gift Parasol, or Tyrell's Parasol, depending on what server you're playing on. But there is another one called Madame's Parasol as well, which was on GameCube. The one that Minsk uses is the Blue Burst one. Madame's Parasol is really, really rare. Just frantically looking for boxes and hoping I get a terrible box drop. I'm not sure if Stack has any increased rates or anything. She's literally, that's what her servants, I mean teammates, are for. You can't use it because you don't have female characters. Yeah, they're all female only, I think. Another one of those weird things with PSO where, for some reason, different genders can't use some gear. Like, why Stag Cutlery is male only, I have no idea. I guess, I know it's because it's called Stag, obviously, but there is no reason why only a male can use a double saber. Trifluid, what is this? I don't want it to be said that I'm just hanging back all the time, so I am trying to get myself in. This actually isn't going too bad, I think, because we've got the other 3 people. I can essentially just lock things down with Rabada, which does make it a bit easier. Yeah, I think if you're playing Blue Burst, Ephinea is definitely the one with the biggest population, and is also the closest to the actual official servers, I guess. That was a bit close. I also kind of don't want the Daylilies to drop a rare because they drop Heart of Poom, which is a really cool weapon, and I really don't have to down tech it. You have to show Sky what I had because it was nuts. Yeah, the stuff that was on your memory card was ridiculous. To be fair, I've got a memory card from an old friend who used to play PSO, and he gave me his memory card when he stopped playing. And the stuff on there is just ridiculous. It's clearly hacked stuff. It's like 100% on like three different attributes for pretty much everything. You find Gabata to be trash. Yeah, Gabata is probably one of the worst techniques in the game generally. This is your Madame's Umbrella Minsk. Yeah, I don't know if you're here for the rules of this challenge, but the rules are basically that I can only use techs, so I can't actually use any melee. What is the special on Madame's Umbrella? I'm not actually sure. I can't use it in this run. I think. I want to say it's maybe charge, possibly. Or that could be Tyrell's. Honestly, can't remember. But it doubles your shifter and D-band range. Oh, as Berserk, okay. That'd be quite useful if I could use it. Thank you for not dropping SGS. Also, thank you for not dropping SGS. Yeah, so the rules of this is basically I can't use any melee. And whatever the first rare drop is, I have to down tech at 10% in this run. So I'm just praying that no SGS drops. It's Berserk and it gives you TP regen as well. I mean, yeah, like you said, that is pretty much useless. Oh, I'm getting supplied die fluids. Feels like challenge mode again. Well, somehow we've made it to the top of the tower. I mean, I really don't know what you expect of me on Epsilon. I can Zalur it, but that's going to be about all. I think, yeah, and that's it. So we managed to avoid the rare drop, thankfully. So yeah, that wasn't too bad overall. You hate Epsilon, yeah, pretty much everyone does. No £100, not that I'm celebrating. Yeah, for Rake Seal, there really isn't an easy way to get shifted E-band. It's basically have it as a mag trigger or have the photon blast. I don't think there's any other way of getting it, apart from obviously playing with other people. He's Volop's baby brother who's much tougher. Well, thank you, game, for, you know, not giving me the SGS. For once, I'm actually happy about that. It's like, would I rather have no SGS or have an SGS that was down-teched? I think I'd rather have no SGS. Because the shame of using a down-teched SGS would just be too much. My favourite class is definitely Huniwell, but Huniwell when you play it properly, not like this. Once you did shave your head for Macmillan a few years ago when your sister had breast cancer, little village raised £2,000. Oh, cool. Yeah, as I say, sort of cancer research has always been something that's been quite close to my heart. I mean, obviously, I do work in the NHS as well, so I'm quite sort of aligned with healthcare anyway. So, but it's sort of be a nice way of sort of tying together like something my brother used to really enjoy doing. You know, he was a big PSO fan, and just to raise a bit of money on the side as well. So on that, how many spins are we down to now? Do classes matter in base PSO? In base PSO, they do. Or do you mean base PSO 2? In PSO, the stats differ drastically. Yeah, in base PSO 2, I honestly can't remember. I think there may have been a small difference in stats, possibly, but it certainly wasn't to the extent of the other games. But she chose cancer research on Marie Curie in hindsight. Macmillan stopped caring about his sister once she was in remission. Yeah, I don't know. We had a bit of a mixed opinion of them as well. They did some really good work as well, but yeah, for me, I've always tended to just go for cancer research personally. Base PSO 2, they matter a lot more due to weapon choices and all the passives to raise certain attack types. Yeah, I think the class combos were the important moment, and they're like what you had as your subclass and so on. So let's go back to the wheel of pain. So do you know how many more spins we've got, base player? 4, fair enough. Yeah, so we'll do 3 as we normally do, and we'll see what we spin. So first one. No techniques are traps. Do you want me to run with that, or do you want me to reroll? Through my PSO BB with more character customization, your life will be complete. Love the clunky combat but and simple AI. You think you should reroll it? That's fine, yeah, we can do a reroll. As a module abstain from votes. We want different types of pain. So bad spending habits. So this is where I have to use charge and everything. So that means, say if I was using mechs, I would have to use like special. So I'm going to miss a ton. So that's the first one. Do you have a VIA? I don't know if I do, but if someone's got one, I can use it. I don't actually know if I have enough money to do a full run with VIA. That is telling me shop gear only though, so that gets me out of VIA. Which might be a blessing, actually. So we'll do a third spin as well, and we'll just see what we get. I mean, I kind of feel that's redundant because we're doing charge anyway. So we'll go again. It really wants us to go with this, but we are doing this essentially. We'll get a spin eventually. It's just the same thing every time. It's like, no, you will do this. Sure, I might hide that choice. I'll do one more spin, and if it comes up again, I'll hide that choice. You're saying it's a fix, but I'm doing all charge attacks anyway, so they're already all special attacks. And this one doesn't match. And we've already done it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the tech-only Honeywell one, because we've done a run like that. Yeah, what are those to get 3 times in a row? Okay, so I'll defer to chat on this. So if you want, I can do another melee phony world run, and I can use a charge weapon from the shop. But if there are no charge melee weapons, am I allowed to use a charge range weapon? So what I'll have to do is I'll have to see what's in the shop basically for my phony world. Unless anyone has like a charge melee weapon with very low requirements. So I will go and get the phony world again. Charge only, shop only, melee phony world. I would allow the charge rare if there's no shop item. You can buy from me for 1 PD. So I'll go and get the phony world and we'll see what's in the shop. And we'll go from there. I didn't think there'd be 2 melee phony world runs in 1 run. Yeah, I mean, I'll use a charge saber if someone's got one. It did say shop only though, so I'll check to see what's in the shop first. Having said that, we did do a run that was melee phony world shop only, didn't we? Yeah, so charge basically wastes money to do more damage. And VI has a unique one that does 10,000, yeah. So, has anyone got a run they want to do? Yeah, that's why it's called bad spending habits, yeah, because it basically means I can only use charge. It's essentially like the gacha role of PSO. Seat of the Heart. I think it's single player quest, that I think. Yeah, I don't mind doing a ruins quest. I mean, what can go wrong? Should I join with my VI? If you want to join in and use charge weapons as well, that's absolutely fine. You're gonna spend your money as well. Yeah, so we could do a ruins run. Do you want to just do the... We could just do the RBR ruins quest. Yeah, no worries, Elia. No worries, Conchi. Yeah, it's just in case anyone younger comes in, obviously. I mean, I think I have these set to not for kids anywhere, so I just tend to try and keep swearing as much as possible out the chat. I appreciate like now and again I might swear now and again on stream, but I don't mind it now and again in chat, but as long as it's not like the focus of the stream or anything. Well, it might be by the end of this stream if it keeps going like this. No, no worries, dude. Right, so I'll go and see what's in the shop first. Suddenly wishing for an item with a unique charge attack that only does 10% damage but has a random chance of doing double or 5 times damage with a built-in pity system, call it gacha. So there's some charge rippers we can't use because we're a 4-new. Yeah, so at the minute I have no charge weapons in the shop. So if anyone has a charge weapon, I'll have a look in my stash as well and see what I've got. He once got put in detention for using caps, so we're all being looked at. I feel like charge Vulcans would take the challenge out of this too much, so I don't really want to use those. Okay, so there's charge Disca. I actually don't have enough attack power for a charge Disca. Unless you let me use a mag. That's the other option. When you die in this game, do you lose all your money on your character if you go back to the city? Not in Blueburst, no, thankfully. On the official servers on Blueburst, you used to lose experience, but I'm just getting plied with heavenly powers. You think mag is okay? I'll tell you what, because these heavenly powers are here, I'll use the heavenly powers, but I won't use a mag, because that'll give me about the same as a mag anyway. Were these heavenly powers, were these yours, Vector, or were they yours, Minsk? I'll give you them back after the run. You're trying to get into your bank. Oh, so yeah, I'll give you them back after the run then, Vector. So I do actually need to switch armor because I need to have an armor that actually has slots. I will try and use one that's not great though. Just literally anything that's got slots will do. Yeah, Spirit Garment, that'll be fine. That should be enough, I think. Yeah, we're sorted. So I'm going to load up on money because I'm going to need it. Honestly, just give me like 500,000 because I'm going to need this. So yeah, we're just going to go after things with the charge Disca for the whole run. So and it is charge only, so I can't even use the SNS glitch because that would require me to use a normal attack. Just throw money away. To be honest, when you get to this stage in the game, it's so easy to get money anywhere that it's not a huge deal now. Also, your question about scapes. Where'd you get more of them of? It is basically just random drops. You can get them as rewards in a couple of quests, but generally it's just random drops. Yeah, my funny was really not having a good time this run, or this quest, or this stream anyway. We'll get there in the end. So I know that online, at least, I know towards the future, if you get, I think it's if you get an S rank. Well, it's actually crashed again. The game is just rebelling against this stream. It's like, no, you are not doing these runs. Like, what are you doing? It's actually straight up crashed this time as well. So I'll be back in a second and we will get this run done because I'm not being stopped by the game. So 2 seconds, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. PSO just hates being played. Apparently, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if there's a difficulty restriction on TTF. I just know that if you get an S rank, you speak to Irene, the secretary next to the principal, and she'll give you a escape doll. There is probably other ways to get them as well. I think from the Lucky Coin Roulette as well from Phantasmal World, you get coins from that and then you go into Gallon Shop. And I think you can get them through that roulette as well. Yeah, most of the ones I've got I've just found. So we'll try again. So just as a reminder for this, so we are basically just using a charge Disca for the whole quest. Okay, we're in. So yeah, this is our life now. That's a very strange way of starting a quest. I also have no idea which way to go. Yeah, this is Scarlet Realm 4, so this is the RBR quest. The new Crimson Realm looks really good. So this is Scarlet Realm 4, which is Ruins, and I can only use charge. I can already see this is going to be fun. Oh god, this is so bad. Love the Ruins music, so good. It is. I'm sorry that I'm absolutely spoiling this experience for you by doing this. You forgot your ATA sucks. Yeah, mine is also awful. Does this have hit? This also has 30 hit, and I still can't hit with it. Yeah, Minsk is also using a VIA. Just one hit is all I ask for. This is miserable. Already I'm saying this is the worst run we've done so far. I don't actually know if I've hit yet. Doesn't help as well that the slicer animation, the first hit is really slow to come out. And just to prove I'm not cheesing this, you can see that I do have money with me. So it's not that I've got no money, it's just that I can't hit. You've already spent 100k. I've been hit, yeah. I am so sorry to everyone in this scene. How can you be this inaccurate? That I hit once. Yeah, I can't stress how awful this is. Yeah, I'm actually probably going to end up with more Mazetta than I started because I just can't hit anything. I can't use the SNS glitch track because the rule is I can only use specials. So I can't use the normal. Okay, if everything's frozen, I can hit them when they're frozen. Well, yeah, I won't hit the normal either. Short reminder that non-ranger classes get hit penalty at range. Yep, they do, and this is it in action. I did hit one. You can't hit either. It's good to know I'm not the only one. I've just realised, yeah, you're using Tyrell's Parasol as well, so I'm guessing you're using Charge as well. Oh, this is so bad. It would be minus 200 Mazetta every hit, but with normal charge attacks, it only takes effect if you actually hit. So I'm not actually losing any money at the minute. I promise you that next time we stream PSO, it will be regular gameplay, not this absolute nightmare. I'm doing emotional support. Yeah, I feel like that is my only role in the party at the minute. Do you actually have enough money, Minsk, to run that weapon for the whole quest? This is the worst. Why did I subscribe? Exactly. We do normally play PSO, you know, how it's meant to be played. You're down to 740k already. You've got more in the bank. That is commitment. Sky does this so you don't have to. Don't drink and drive. You've been doing special only. Good, good. Would be easy if you did normal attacks first. Yeah, because you can lead in with the normal. That makes it a lot easier. This is the big problem with this challenge, is that you need the accuracy to lead in. I mean, that was frozen and I still couldn't hit. Spend the lunch money. Spending my life savings more than anything. Well, to be fair, I'm not. As I say, I'm actually not spending anything. Yeah, I'm literally still on the same money. I think I've hit like once or twice in the whole run. Oh, we hit there. We hit 2. So basically, if everything is frozen or paralyzed, I might hit. I actually hit the bringer. I would also like to point out that I did 82 damage with a charge attack. Skyly spending his savings, Miz spending his stock options. Yeah, because the big difference with the VI is, with normal charge weapons, if you don't hit, then you don't use the money. With VI, you use the money even if you miss, and it's 10,000. Am I cheating using traps? To be fair, you're not tied to the rules of the challenge, so you can use what you want. I appreciate the commitment, but feel free to use what you want. Only I am stuck in this hell. I think at this point I'm gonna have to ask chat, so do you want me to get a mag so I actually have a chance of hitting things and actually spending money? Or do you want to just watch me miss everything for the whole run? I am more than happy to do either. But you can see my accuracy here. You can see the problems we've got. Get a mag so you actually lose money. Okay. Right, I'm going to use tech here, but it's just Ryuka so I can get back. You could just give me $1 million after the quest. Right, I'm going to get a mag so I can actually hit things and actually use money. Got 45 decks, that'll do. It's my mind mag, so it's got no power, so I'll still do no damage, but at least I'm actually able to hit things. Maybe. Minsk full commitment spot. Thanks for that, Kilnief. I do appreciate the commitment that people are showing to this. Why anyone would subject themselves to this is beyond me. Alright, does the mag make any difference? Apparently not. No, so even with a mag, I still can't hit. I hit once. I'm just getting supplied with heavenly arms now as well. But since I'm being plied with this, I will use it. Thank you very much. I will give you this back after the run. Will a heavenly arms help? I don't know why I'm trying on the Del Sabers, because they have high evade anyway. Oh, believe me, that wasn't a heavenly arms drop. That was I think it was Joy dropping me a heavenly arms. that was the pity drop. Yeah, so VI works quite different, doesn't it? So I suppose VI uses 10,000 regardless how many you hit. So if you hit 1, it uses 10,000, or if you hit 10, it does 10,000. Whereas charge uses 200 for every enemy that you hit. You can't hit with it anywhere. When you has decent hit for a force, even if decent for a force, they're still nearsighted. So I hit that and did 360 with a charge. One of the funniest things was the machine gun glitch from PSO. It was a blast to do so much damage so fast. I feel like I should be able to hit them over that gap. The game's just like, you want a cheese? No, not today. Yeah, so we have added heavenly arms, we've added a mag, and we're still struggling to hit. Yeah, I vaguely remember the machine gun glitch from PSO. It's been a long time since I played the official servers though, so I can't remember it exactly. But it rings a bell. Wow, I actually hit the Del Saber. And did 170. You've already used 1,000,000 Mazetta. How much have I used so far? Let's have a laugh. 2,000. I can't even use that. Literally don't have the requirements to use it. Thank you anyway, though. I appreciate the support. It's almost like Phony isn't made for melee. I know, who'd have thought? I was going to get excited there and think, oh, there's a time limit on this quest. Maybe we can run out of time. But then I remembered that, one, I think this is the RBR quest anyway, so time limits don't matter. And two, it's counting up. It's a battle mage. It's something. This is just also disappointment. I am trying to spend my money, honestly. If we're here in 30 plus minutes in, I'm leaving. I do not blame you. Sorry, Fallen died. You're back. Oh, no worries. Welcome back. Yeah, you're missing nothing with this run, believe me. Where do you hunt for Heavenly Arms? I'm trying what the best options are for it. I know there's a couple of IDs in Blueburst that get it from the satellite lizards in episode 4, but I can't remember what IDs it is offhand. There's maybe a couple of rare enemies that drop it as well. Going with Whitehill. Whitehill's a really, really good ID. What I'll do, Minsk, is after this run as well, I'll give you $500,000 if you want. I only have so much money myself, but I'll give you $500,000 just for the commitment to this. Yeah, so Caduceus boost grants. It's also an ingredient to use for another rod called Mercurius Rod, but that's Blueburst only. Whitehill doesn't get Heavenly Arms. So your best option in that case then, if you can't get it, is just get a couple of photon drops. Just generally just play anything. Just get a couple of photon drops and just trade for it. The Ephinea Discord is really, really good and really active for trading. So I would just recommend trading for it, honestly. Oh, I don't like that this separates us. I'm so sorry, Zale. I think you're essentially solo in this part. Yeah, so the way that boosts work for Megid is they basically give it piercing. So most forces, Megid will hit one target and then it'll fizzle out. Where for Ephinea will, it'll pierce through and hit a few targets. So there's a few weapons that give you that ability. So as Parkman's is saying there, Demonic Fork does it. There is an armor called Dirty Life Jacket in Blueburst, which is, it's terrible, so just don't use it. And there's also one called Cursed Cloak in Blueburst that gives that ability as well. I think for GameCube, you might be limited to Demonic Fork and technically Dark Bridge, but on GameCube it's probably not available for you unless they've enabled the drop for Parasitic Gene Flow. What's your favourite stage in the game across all episodes? For me, honestly, Central Control, just for how it looks. I've always really, really liked the Central Control, particularly I would say particularly Seaside and Mountain. I really, really like those areas. I also kind of hate Seaside because I spent so long there on GameCube hunting SGS, but it is a really, really pretty area. Yeah, so both of those will make it so that your Megid will pierce. Yeah, that's basically how it is for episode 2. Yeah, it's a really, really nice looking area, but full of really annoying enemies. I think my favourite area to actually hunt in is maybe Ruins, actually. I do really like Ruins. I don't like it at the minute. Literally point blank with the slicer and just still can't hit. Yeah, it's a pretty rough drop for Heavenly Arms, honestly. I think if you're Whitehill, your best option is probably just to get some photon drops together. You will find them fairly frequently. There is also, well, there should be the anniversary event coming up sometime in August as well, where rare drops will be boosted. And I think they do sometimes run a boost where it boosts photon drop rate as well. So that might be the best time to get one as well. I would say that if you can't get Heavenly Arms, the next best option is probably God Arm. God Arm is generally quite a bit easy to get. It's not as good, obviously, but it's still a really good unit. Yeah, the problem with that Belra drop is it relies on you obviously getting to Ultimate Ruins, and if you're just getting into Ultimate, then Ultimate Ruins is probably going to be a bit rough. God Arm also does not drop for White Hill. That was one of the only bad things about White Hill, because White Hill is a really, really good ID generally. But yeah, that is unfortunate if it doesn't get them either. You can also get some of the units you can get from the Wandering Tekka as well. I think you mentioned that before though. The chance of getting it is quite low, but it is another way of getting it technically. Obviously, bear in mind as well that, you know, the idea of a game depends on who makes it as well. So even if it doesn't drop for you, you could drop it. You could join a game with someone else who has an ID that gets it and get it that way. Inkle Lily is 1 in 3.2. Joined a game, found a PD. There you go. On the way there. There is, on the Ephinea website as well, on the wiki, there is a price guide on there, and that has a general idea of how much each item is worth in PDs. So I want to say that Heavenly Arms is maybe around 3 PDs or so. I might be slightly off on that. Yeah, that is certainly a bit of a strange addition, isn't it? These weird piles of rubble. So Minsk has now gone through 2 million Mazetta. They do look janky as hell, yeah. Heavenly Arms averages 2 to 3 PDs, fair enough. I know it's one of the more expensive Heavenly units, but it's because it is one of the best. Obviously, I know it's self-explanatory as well, but another way of getting more ATA is just to level dex on your mag as well. It's actually hard to get the first hit off. Because the wind-up is so slow for it that I just get hit before I actually get it off and just get interrupted. With the rate this is going, this might end up being the last run we do because it's going to take so long. Hey, we killed one. how much are the charge mech guns? So typically you can get a pair of 50 hit charge Vulcans for 1 PD. They do appear in the shop now and again as well, but I think you have to be, I think it's about level 150 before you get charge Vulcans in the shop with hit. And even then it's only very rarely. I've never seen them yet. So again, for those, I would probably just spend a photon drop and get them that way. They will be massively useful though. So the charge Vulcans are the yellow ones. They're like the best normal ones. There are some white mech guns as well. The white ones are what are called a type M weapon. So they are only available through events normally. So I use those on my Huniwell, but they're essentially just slightly stronger charge Vulcans. You'll be totally fine with just a regular set of charge Vulcans with hit. They will carry you to endgame. Current rough total, give or take due to currency conversions, is £51.72. Oh, that's great. Thanks very much, guys. As I say, I will be adding some to the donation as well, so... yeah, thanks very much. Again, all the donations and memberships and everything from this stream are all going to Cancer Research UK. Yeah, I wasn't really sure how it would go for donations, really, because obviously I appreciate that we are still, in the grand scheme of things, we are still a very small channel. I realised that we are probably one of the bigger PSO channels now, because there's so few of them. I don't like that there's warps everywhere. This warp did just appear from nowhere, though, so maybe this one? There are tens of us here. I really don't like how many warps there are here. Yeah, no worries, Vector. Just shows how oddly addicting PSO was. It's like a gacha without paying. Oh, Zale got a spread needle. Very nice. The game's like, oh, you need this. At least someone got something from this absolute misery. Oof. The game is like, this is taking way too long. Please just take the spread needle and leave. I wonder if that's how I have to get SGS. Just go into tower with a charged disc and missing everything, and just hope the game takes pity on me. Yeah, dead, yeah. Yeah, Cinity is a really cool looking mag. It's also, if you want a slightly, you know, one of the rarer mags that uses a mag cell, Cinity is one of the easy ones to get. There is a quest called, I believe it's called something like Sunset Base, and it's essentially a side quest where you have to get some rappies together. It's a ridiculous quest. But if you do the little side story in that and complete the side story in it, you get a cell of mag 502 for completing it, which you can make Cinity from. Using charge disco for RNG manipulation. Yeah, the real lot is the misses we got along the way. And there's been plenty of them. I mean, Dell servers, I've just got no hope of hitting. Oof. You miss your buffs. I miss doing damage. I miss, you know, hitting things. Oh, no worries, Vector. Imagine if all 3 swipes of a Dell server connected. So if you play online, they quite often do. If you don't get knocked over by them anyway, then they will. Offline though, you've got like a grace period between hits, so you tend to take one hit and then don't get hit by the others. SJS is momentary, friends are temporary, but melee phone you well misses are eternal. Yeah, I mean, this stream has gone basically how I thought it would. Just absolutely awful. 30 minutes, bye. And we're dead again. Let this be a lesson. Don't play melee phone you well. Look, Vector just dancing. This truly is a run of all time. It is. I know this might shock you, but I never want to do this again. So I literally can't get the first hit off when they're close to me because I can't hit them fast enough. And then I miss anywhere. Only 58 minutes to go. It doesn't help that this is a long quest as well. How much money have we used? Basically nothing. Switching to normal special, I don't blame you. You've committed to this bit. Otherwise you'd be broke. Yeah, no worries, dude. As I say, after the run I'll give you about 500k just to cover some of it. Already spent over 3 mil. You know what they say, sometimes you need to lose money to make money. I mean, that is kind of how this is going. Like, the way I envisage this challenge to work would be that I would just spend a ton of money doing it. The way it's actually working is I'm not really spending anything, but just can't hit anything. So bad. I can't even kill a claw. Expectation I spent a lot of money on this quest. The reality, everyone except me is spending a lot of money on this run. That is kind of how it's worked out, yeah. I also love the little trail of one Mazar here. For what it's worth to everyone, I'm happy to let this go for a few more minutes, and if people want to call it quits on this, I'm totally fine. I appreciate this is going to be a very, very long run otherwise. I'm just aware that I want it to be entertaining to watch as well. It's all a star paradise. I mean, I don't even know why I'm going near these guys. I mean, I'm not going to do anything to them. Or will I? No take back seats, but only if we don't say it. I am just aware that this is probably miserable for everyone else as well. At this rate, the game will start lagging from all the wombas that are drops on the ground. Well, we got to the end of ruins 2. I mean, there is a whole other section of ruins. Like, do we want to do this? There's a Mahu over there. Yeah, it's all of Ruin 3 as well. So it's up to you, because I'm aware we've already spent 37 minutes in this quest. If you want to go through Ruins 3, I will. But also, if you want to do something else and me spin again, I will. I kind of leave it up to you guys. Yeah, the reality hits that you're only 2/3 of the way through the quest. I am getting some hits now. I think what it is, I think the Belras in particular I think they have quite low evade. I'm just also aware I don't want to let it go too long without another spin as well. What is this? This gives me horrible flashbacks to that other quest. Get me out, please. I think that says for itself then. I think if we've got someone who's in the team literally begging to leave, that might be where we end that one then. Takeaway is, even while throwing with money, Funny can't hit the broadside of the barn. Looks like that way, yeah. Lore-wise, is there any reason why the enemy's changing ultimate? Not as far as I'm aware. I think it was just a choice that Sega made, honestly. There's no actual explained lore reason. Saved. Yeah, I'll open the pipe back to Pioneer. I'm totally happy to end that one there, because as entertaining as this is, I think we can do another run instead with some other challenges. So I'll just give you all your stuff back. And for Minsk, never said you had to succeed in the challenge, so no harm, no foul. Thanks for that. Yeah, that 500k is just for Minsk to try and cover some of the costs for the VIA use. Oh, 500,001. Yeah, that was easily the worst run of the challenges so far. It wasn't even close. That was terrible. And the funny thing is, well, that was a quest with one safe spin as well, so there was only 2 modifiers on that. It was fun. I never want to do that again, but it was fun while it lasted. So back to the lobby, and we've probably got enough time, I reckon, to do maybe one more spin the wheel, possibly. I just want to make sure I have given everyone everything back, haven't I? Yes, I have. That's fine. TDF, yeah, we can do a TDF. So, do you know how many spins we've got, base player? I mean, this will probably be the last one anyway, so we'll probably just go with 3 maximum anywhere. What do you mean this isn't a 24-hour charity stream? 4 spins left minus the free spin. We'll see what the wheel says then. So, back over to the wheel of pain. I like that. I'm out, I can watch. Yeah, he's just done. So I think since it's the last one then, what I'll do is I'll remove some of the options that we've had so far, so it's new options. So we've had Melophonia Whirl, we've had Joke Weapon, we've had Shop Gear Only, we've had Texan Traps, we've had the Rare Drop one, we've had that. And I'll remove the safe space as well. So, first spin. I've just left special attacks on there as well. Doesn't matter because we're not using any weapons. So, I'm going totally unarmed. So, no weapon. So what I will do is I will remove special attacks only because that applies to weapon. That's fine. Some of these we might have to just go without actually, because if we use no weapon, obviously we can't use this one. So I mean, yes, this is hell. This is a hell of a stream. But this one would normally be to use like hell weapons, so... Do you have a Hue Seal or a Hue Cast so you can actually do something with your hands? I do have a level 80 Hue Seal. I have a really high level Hunuel. I think she's suffered enough for this stream. So, let's see. Tell you what then, for the last one, because a lot of these options conflict with no weapons, what we'll do is, just for a total joke, we'll do no weapon. We'll do... We could do next quest with PvP on, possibly. Nearsighted Hunuel with the bare hands, what could go wrong? To be fair, it just says no weapons, so I can use still, like, heavenly arms and things like that, but... Anguish. That could be interesting, actually. What did chat think about that? So instead of taking options from the wheel for the last one, we could go with use no weapon, and put anguish mode on. How does that sound? So anguish, if you're not familiar with it, basically massively buffs all the enemies. Yes, okay, fair enough. So I will go and get my Hunuel against my better judgment. Anguish and PvP mode. Alright, since it's the last one then, yeah, sure, why not? Sorry. So for anyone who joins the next run, to turn PvP mode on, we all need to flag PvP. So yeah, as Yami said, everyone leave scape dolls because you're just going to waste them otherwise. Unless you've got scape dolls to waste. But basically, if you join the run, what you'll need to do is you'll need to type in /PK, and that means that then you can be targeted by other players. Now the intent is to try and do the quest as a normal quest run. But the risk obviously is that if you're using techs, you might hit other people with techs. Or if you're attacking, you might hit other people with your attacks. So I think for the last run, this is going to be absolute misery. But should be a good laugh. Yeah, I really don't like that you're a ranger and can bring a spread needle, because that's just going to hit me and paralyze me all the time. Yeah, so it's TTF on Anguish. I will say, I think doing Anguish on anything higher than 1 is just going to be ridiculous. Like, we're just not going to be able to do it. So I am happy to do Anguish 1 TTF with no weapon with PvP mode on. Why do I do this? Does anyone have a recommended ID for it? Because, you know, we may as well get a red ring while we do it. Okay, Rabat is going to be a problem as well. The Berserk option was basically just use a Berserk weapon and only use Berserk. Yeah, so I think given the last one, I would probably have to lead into the Berserk special with the normal attack to actually get it to hit. But yeah, it was just using Berserk, basically. Yeah, if you want a host track, that's fine. It does scare me that you're on a force, because that's just gonna... I'm probably just gonna get instant kills. So yeah, just Anguish 1 TDF. This should be fun. Again, I would just recommend that if you are joining this, just probably leave escape dolls at home unless you've got a massive excess of them. Because you're probably going to use a lot. You're probably going to die a lot. Fight me IRL. Yeah, so the monster attack strength is currently boosted by 40%. So deposit those. I will change my gear around to like my regular gear, just obviously I can't use a weapon. Bringing Huni to the PvP round, smart. You see that, but we are also trying to complete the quest. Oh yeah, after the stream as well, Vector, I need to give you that red saber back as well. if I have to refer you to get a red ring. So I do need to deposit that weapon. Yeah, good luck to everyone involved, because this is going to be absolutely miserable. Because there is no other word for this. That's it. So I think, can we enable PvP mode once the quest starts? Not keeping the magician TP as a memento. No, I want to forget all of this. You've already used it. Can I use it now? Yeah, PK flag is now on, so once everyone does /PK, we'll be able to hit each other. We are trying to complete the quest though. That is the main goal. It's just trying to avoid friendly fire. Yeah, so if you can't hit us, basically everyone needs to do /PK. I also need to re-equip this back gun. So has everyone turned PK on? I'm guessing not, because I can't hit you, Vector, so I think Vector, you might need to turn PK mode on. Is PK mode not working for some reason? There we go, now it's on. So, now, try and hit the enemies, but... oh, this is going to be so bad. I'm already getting, like, destroyed by Drax Force. Can I really not do any damage? Oh, I'm gelling, that's why. So that's a slight problem. So if a Force does gel and Azalua, they'll also gel and Azalua the party. Punch someone to test it's on. That should give you enough of an answer. So you can see I can target people, so it is definitely on. At least no Rangers join the TTF. I was thinking there, why is everything hitting so hard? And I forgot we've got anguish mode on, haven't we? Jellin makes you do 30 damage. Well, we cleared a room. I can finally punish other players. Thanks, Jack. No damage for you. See, this is what I feared with the PK mode, that it would just devolve into like a... a sparring match halfway through. On the plus side, we are hitting someone now. We are. The enemies are also hitting very hard. The problem with Force as well is because they've got such big range with the techs later on, I can be nowhere near Drac and I'll still get hit by the techs. The other slight issue as well is that when you have PK mode on, the characters have like collision with each other, so you can't actually, if I want to run where Vector is, I can't actually run there because I'll get stuck on him. Is this what that slap program's like? This is the problem, you try and do a combo, and as soon as you use it, you just get hit by another player, or you hit someone else. Which, when all the enemies are gathering up like this, is just miserable. Most things use AoE. That is the problem here. Megan is also terrifying. I do feel like Drac is enjoying this far too much. Bosses are just far too dangerous in this mode. It's actually hard to get in the boss portal. Yeah, I hope people have been enjoying this anyway. It's been absolutely miserable on my end, but I hope it's been entertaining at least. Can't even go near the dragon without getting hit by Gazonda. I've got invincibility at the minute, so I am taking advantage of that. Just getting annihilated from the other side. The funny thing is we actually still kind of wrecked the dragon. Because Gazonda does so much damage to the dragon, it just doesn't matter that it's an anguish. Recommendations for not getting slaughtered by Megadon Cave and by Grand Sorcerer's Ultimate. I would, for caves in particular, just exploit the fact that you can run out of rooms early on. The other option is to boost your Dark Resist. So you can use things like the Shield of Del Saber. That'll boost your Dark Resist quite a lot. Anti-Dark Ring is another great option as well. Only now I realise on Ultimate, below the dome is a giant ice tundra with an Aurora Borealis. That is one of the weird things about Ultimate. It makes no sense, but it's here. Anti-Dark Ring is a ring on Ephinea that you can get. I believe to do it, I think you have to do maximum kills on Tyrell's Ego, which is quite hard. But basically it gives you, I think, is it 60 or 80 Dark Resist? It's actually hard to run through the little narrow corridors because there's so much collision between the characters. The good news is, though, at least, even though we've got PK mode on, if you do rest it does heal other people. So you can still heal each other. Oof, God. Not only did I get hit by a heavy attack, I got hit by a crit. Aurora Borealis in this area of the planet at this point in time, all contained under this dome. You guys should debuff, I have less range. Yeah, I suppose my punishment thing didn't explicitly say that I can't use techs. PK stands for player kind. It's actually really hard trying to hit the enemies without actually you know, without actually hitting someone else. Resist devils are also worth using as well. They'll give you pretty good dark resist as well. Yeah, I don't really know how the traps work. I assume the traps maybe don't work on other people, but I genuinely don't know. I like how as soon as everyone walked in the room, just got wiped out by Gifoy. Yeah, I think we take the option of skipping those enemies. Try and make this as painless as possible. Thanks for that, Drac. Grand Sorcerers and Asti, yeah, they use quite a high level Megid. The only way you can sort of predict it is just look at the color of the crystal that they have. So if they use it's like a yellowy colored crystal. If they use that, then it's the Megid that they do next. If it's white, they'll do Grants. If it's green, they'll do Resta. Get rid of the devils, mega target your inner demons. More devils, more likely to get megaed. I do like the little opportunistic punches every now and again. I'm gonna move out the way of that. I do love that just every now and again it just devolves into everyone just having a go at each other. I just love taps, exactly. Right, that's the roll down. Or Dalrily. Lucas New Extreme Edition. I love that it's just a fight broken out. Ah yes, mine's famous for being an area that's very melee friendly. Oh god, they double hit as well. Thankfully, you can still revive each other as well. Short reminder that depending on the quest and the enemy, sometimes the mega can be so high level that you can't 100% resist it. Yeah, so a good example of that is the Merricarol, so their projectile that they do. It's not actually treated as Megid, but it goes against dark resist, but it requires something stupid like 900 and something dark resist to resist, so you just can't resist it. Oh, definitely, yeah, you'll definitely need more moons. Especially when things like that happen. Yeah, you can basically just PK someone, revive them, and then kill them again. Yeah, there is no chance of me killing Vector. I literally can only punch. Megid is the instant killing PSO, yeah, but the Merricarols, their projectile technically isn't Megid. It only instant kills an ultimate. In, I think, lower difficulties, it confuses you instead. But in Ultimate, it's just a projectile that instant kills, but it does work on your Dark Resist, so it's very similar to Megid. What makes this worse for me, actually, I've just realised, is the fact that I'm using Sweetheart armor. And Sweetheart has an ability where when you stand near a male character, you get an attack power boost, but you also lose defense, which probably isn't the greatest thing for a PvP quest. It doesn't even do 100% of HP. It is instant kill. It's essentially Megid in all but name. It's just that it's a projectile attack that happens to instant kill you as well. The reason it's different to Megid as well is because it's a bit homing. So it'll actually curve towards you, whereas Megid will always go in a straight line. Ah, the Sinnoh room. I mean, this room's bad enough in Ultimate without Anguish. And without PvP mode. And without being able to use weapons. Honestly, my damage could be a lot worse. Complain. So, are you up for doing this next time, then? The rare flowers, so the mill lilies, yeah, they have a strange thing with them where when a mill lily spawns, it will spawn with like a random level Megid, and basically what it'll do is, if there's any ob lilies in the same spawn, it will increase their Megid to match. Unless it spawns with a low level Megid. I don't actually think it's an intended thing, I think it's meant to just have a set level Megid, but for some reason it's... Ow. I like how even in Ultimate, the Sinnoh heal is like 49 HP. I've never understood that. Like, why even bother giving it Resta when it heals by like 50? He's still on PSO strike. If we PB and do an attack PB, I'll do Fala because why not? Okay, you're doing Fala. I'll do Pillar then. Right, we need to get this right. So... Who wants to do twins? Tell you what, I'll do twins then. Twins even, not twins. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, isn't it, if the attack PBs hit us? It would be so funny if it just kills everyone. Will Pillar kill us all? Oof. We dodged a bullet there. What's the blue aura on the character? So it's an armor that Porkins is using, so that is an armor called Aura Field. Yeah, you may have healed it with Layla, possibly. Rare drop. Oh, we've got a Photon drop. The game's taking pity on us. No, so Aura Field's available in episode 1 and 2. So I think it's mainly dropped for Oran. If memory serves, I think it's from Oran Temple Mill Lilies, I think. There might be other ways of getting it as well. down tech it. Oh. Now the down tech was just for that one run. I put it on the line, so no Honeywell Gizonda glitch from me this time. You know that after faults, this is just going to descend into chaos. Has it on other IDs? They might have added more drops for it in Blue Burst, possibly. I think in episode 1 and 2, it may have been an Oran exclusive, possibly. You can also make it as well from a Spirit Garment and a Magic Rock Moolah, I think it is. Thank you, Mac, for giving me invincibility. Oh well, that was fun while it lasted. This boss is cool. It's less cool when everyone can hit each other and I can't use weapons. Had an Xbox didn't have an Oran character. Maybe it does have another drop then. I only ever knew it was an Oran drop personally. But I only had quite a low level Oran, so it is potential that it could drop for the IDs. I'm trying to help. My damage is actually alright. Looking at it's an armor called Aura Field. Scared to go near that screen because I'm pretty sure I'm just going to get I think as soon as I go near the screens, I'm just going to get hit by Gizonda. We'll beat first phase. Best drop for Aura Field is around Lily. Is there other drops for it though? I mean, this boss just gets deleted. Actually leveled up. Redry and Pink has drops for it as well, okay. I always thought it was an exclusive for Oran for some reason, but maybe not. Yeah, we're almost there. I just love the little jabs every so often. Just to make sure that we're still on PK mode. Yeah, I'm not going that way. If you're pointing mech guns that way, there's no way in hell I'm going that way. Might be an Ephinea balancing change, possibly. I know Parkin said that they got one without Oran, so I'm honestly not sure. I know Ephinea has obviously changed things as well a little bit since the official server, so you have 314 attack power. I actually have 2,500 with this shifter. Unfortunately, just have a terrible attack animation. Female unarmed animation is so bad. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. If you do, although you can make an aura field, if you make one, it will have low stats. well, could have low stats, because I suppose you could technically find a minimum stat one. But if you go for like a max stat one, you'd need to find it. It's a pretty cool arm. It has really, really high defense. The only downside with it is it does drain your TP, but it's a very, very slow drain, so it's not really an issue. Well, somehow, against all odds... Okay, so that confirms that traps do work on other players. Because Vector just dropped a confused trap there and it confused everyone else. Yeah, that's a good point. I should probably get moons. Somehow, though, against all odds, we have made it to faults. Yeah, it can't be used by casts. I think it's because of the TP drain thing on it, because obviously casts have no TP that you can drain. I like that I can't get to the counter because of the collision detection. The game's actually forcing me to be British and Q. You can get it after Wandering Tekka as well. Well, it was nice playing with you, everyone. I fear this may be slightly difficult. I'm gonna have to punch the mines in the first phase. They're just gonna shred me as soon as I go near them. Should probably reopen a pipe, actually. Just... It's actually hard getting in the portal. Can we actually get in? How hilarious would it be if we can't actually do faults because we can't fit in the portal? I suppose what we could do, if you can't fit in because of the collision detection, if you turn PK mode off and then turn it back on when we warp through. Unless I can get in now. Ah, there we go. Oh, this is going to be fun. Ruins fat shame, I know, it's shocking. Yeah, so what we've got turned on at the minute, Comanche, is we basically have a PvP mode on, so it's essentially like battle mode. So any attacks that we do can hit other players as well. So it's one of the challenges that we're doing for this. Yeah, I think you could walk around it on GameCube as well. Yeah, so there's a few things against us here, so we can hit each other. We're doing ultimate faults. We've also got anguish mode on, which boosts the stats by 40% on the enemies. So it's a harder version of faults. And I can't use a weapon. Well, somehow we got through that. I don't think I really contributed at all. I feel like this phase of fault shouldn't be too bad. I think the next one's going to be awful. So some of this is server stuff, yeah. So Ephinea just has a way to turn on PK mode in any area. The anguish thing is unique to Ephinea as well. It's just essentially if you want more of a challenge from ultimate mode. God, their Abbat is so strong in anguish. I think if we can get through this phase, I think we're good. He moves so fast. This is a thing with Ultimate Fault. So Ultimate Fault has this thing where when he moves, it kind of phases out and moves super fast. In other difficulties, it's a lot slower. It's just in Ultimate, it's ridiculously fast. Okay, so we got through that phase. Again, I think I punched him about twice. Now, the only question here is how much damage is the slap going to do? If I can tank the slap, I'm okay. Alright, I think I'm okay. Unfortunately, I can't really hit him unless he comes right near me like that. Thank you. Yeah, this is only Anguish level 1, so it's like a 40% increase. You can get some really high boosts, so you can go to Anguish level 3, which is like a stupid boost then. But I think that would be literally impossible without using a weapon. I'll take that. So again, I think everyone else basically did the work there, but we got through it somehow with PK mode on and Anguish. Any red ring? Guess not. Well, we have done it. That was literal hell. Honestly though, I feel like the Phony World charge only run was the worst. Yeah, thankfully that will bring us to the end of the challenges. If there's any further ones, again, I will just donate those onto cancer research. Again, thanks to everyone who's donated the stream as well. It does mean a lot. And let us never speak of this stream again. I mean, technically we did challenge before, as in challenge mode, but yeah. Final total is £65.89. Ah, brilliant. Thanks for all the donations again, guys. And as I predicted, it's just completely broken down at the end. I do feel like Force has like a massive advantage in this because you can just gel on everyone, make them do no damage, and then just instant kill them with Megad. Yeah, so it just devolves into total chaos at the end. I mean, there's no way I am winning this. I can't even hit. Or revive him and run. I think Vector 1, yeah, it's hard to sort of kill a Hue cast at any point. Yeah, so £65.89 is the total. So I will donate that 65 to cancer research. I'll add another 50 to it as well. You got 2 V1s. He did, to be fair. So in the Seeds of Destruction. Yeah, just revive and then run. What a quality stream. It was a stream. So yeah, I will end that one there for today. Again, just a final thank you to everyone who's donated or anything for this stream. And thanks again for all the support and everything as well on the channel. We're well above 1,100 subs now, so although this is a 1,000 sub stream, it was very late. But yeah, thanks for all the support as usual and for your crazy support during the stream as well. I will post on the Discord and on Twitter later on just to show you the donation. Don't do yourself a disservice, it was a proper laugh. Good enough. At least it was entertaining at least. Yeah, we'll end this one there. There'll be another stream next weekend, which will be a more regular stream. Thank God. And then there'll be some videos during the week as well. So PSP2 video for members on Monday, which will be go live to everyone else on Wednesday. And then we'll have another PSO video on the Sunday as well. But yeah, as usual, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, consider liking, subscribing, joining as a member, all the usual YouTube stuff. And I'll hopefully see you guys next week. Hopefully for a more normal stream where I can actually play properly. See you guys. Yeah, no worries, base player, that's fine. Yeah, just share them on the Discord. See you, everyone.